Welcome to the show, everybody. Joseph Robert, the fantasy football counselor. It is Saturday, August 28th. A lot of people are drafting. I'm excited. We're going to do a mock draft here for you from the 9th position here on Yahoo, 12th person. And I've got my buddy here, Jimmie Maverick here. We're going to walk through this app and we're going to talk through his app and we're going to go through potential breakouts. We're going to do the first 8 rounds with you right here, talking about breakouts, talking about strategy, getting you guys fully ramped up for this draft weekend. We also have one more draft weekend next weekend, so we want you guys fully prepared. What's going on, Jim?
Hey, I'm doing great. Do you got any drafts this weekend?
I got a couple drafts this weekend, a couple money leagues, but I also got a couple next weekend. I don't want to do too many drafts. I do about 4 a season, 4 to 5, and that's it, man. I don't go too crazy.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm thinking I might want to try out best ball this year. I've never tried it before. And best ball is just, you draft 20 players and then those are the 20 players you ride with for the whole season. And you don't need to manage the team. You don't need to figure out your starters. You don't need to pick up anybody or drop anybody. That sounds kind of appealing to me if I want to get some more of my fantasy fix in.
Yeah, man, I love best ball too. But check this out, Jim. So we got your app up here. We're waiting for the mock draft to start here at the 9th position. So guys, couple tips. Get the 16-round draft solution, guys, at thefantasyfootballcounselor.com. I give you all the optimal players. I got a fly around me or something here. I got to get the 16-round draft solution at thefantasyfootballcounselor.com. I've also linked it below. And get Jimmie's app called Fantasy Football Maverick. Now, this app, Jim, do you want to explain it in a minute and 20 or less?
Yeah, absolutely. So what it is it is a live draft tool that helps you build a fully customized draft list in just a matter of minutes. And then you engage draft mode to break that list down based on the size of your league and your draft position. So you can see we have it set up right now for our Yahoo PPR draft, and all the tabs with the little numbers on it, that represents each round of the draft. And in each round, what you're seeing is every player from in this case, your 2nd round pick to your 3rd round pick. But instead of being sorted by draft position, it's sorted by what I call the VORC score, which stands for value, outlook, reliability, and consistency. It is the 4 key stats that I look at when I'm evaluating players. And based on how they do on each of those critical stats, they get points. Those points are added up. That's the VORC score. It's sorted by the VORC score. And what I say is just focus on the players at the top of the list. Those are the best players for you. I like to select players that have scored at least 40 VORC points in a given round. That's how I kind of draw the line as to who I should select.
Now, because Jim and I disagree on a lot of stuff, because no one's opinion is going to be exactly the same. We actually agree on a lot of stuff this year, but I get all the information I need. So I can see here if the guy is regressing, if he's stepping up, it's a contract year. I get all that information in front of me. And that's one of the main reasons I use this app for me, is because I have all that information. I don't got to look up Derrick Henry contract, and it's all there. I can find out that he just had a contract because he's coming off a big contract hangover. I can see that. I can see that based on Yahoo, because we've got this set for Yahoo, particularly in the 1st round, that Derrick Henry is going to be a long shot to get him at 9, because we're drafting 9th. See, guys? We've got it set to 9th. So Derrick Henry, I can get him at 9th, but if I do, he's a long shot, okay? So everything is laid out here for you. And again, Nick Chubb tends to go, like early 2nd, so he's a reach if you get him 9th. And it tells you it's a reach if you want Nick Chubb. Everything is here. I love it. And we're getting ready to go here, Jim. We got 2 minutes. So anything else you want to say?
And basically the big thing with the reach is what the reach players are going to be the long shots on the next round. So if you want, you can choose to gamble and say, okay, I'll gamble and see if this guy's still available. Or if you really want him, you're like, okay, I need to take him now. If that's a player I really want, I'm going to need to take him on this round as opposed to waiting. Because on the next round, it's a 50-50 shot or less if they have the long shot tag on him. So that's real critical information that you can use to do this. Now, one other thing I would like us to try here, Joe, and it's just the nature of the draft this year, is I want us to try to get 6 players with top 50 value rank. And I think we can do it, especially at this draft position.
Okay, let's try it. So I'm going to follow your lead. So guys, I'm going to be hands off here I want Jim to do the draft. I'm going to let him do it, walk you through the app. So again, everybody's opinion is different. If you want my full opinion, 16-round draft solution, I like comboing 16 rounds with this because you get my full opinion, all my research. If you guys, like what I do, obviously I think outside the box. Then you've got the Jimmie analytics here and the factual information. For example, Kenyon Drake's got this thing. He's not really hurt, but he was in that boot. So
he's wearing that boot. Yeah.
It updates. So you need to be aware of that. Even though, Kenyon Drake said I'm fine, if you're not aware, if you weren't following the news, and a lot of people who are casual aren't, you can say, oh, he's injured. Well, you can Google him and say, oh, well, okay, yeah, there was a boot. Just something to be aware of. So you have that information right there for you. So to find it, if you guys are listening in the car, fantasyfootballmaverick.com. And what's the promo code they use to save some money? Is it FFC20?
Yes, it's FFC, Fantasy Football Counselor 20 is the coupon code you need to use. You'll save $5.
Yeah, FFC20. Frank, Charlie, Fantasy Football Counselor 20. And get this app, guys. It's going to help you. So you can have this up just like we're doing right now. You have your draft going. Your buddies can't see it, and then you just pull on over. You filter by round. You set it up to PPR. It's even custom to Yahoo particularly, or whatever app you want. You can customize it, whatever you're using. And bam, you got all that information right here. Even Jimmie's recommendations on top. All right, so we're starting in 3 seconds. We are going 9th. We're going to do 8 rounds. I'm capping it at 8 rounds. If you want the full 16 rounds, get 16-round draft solution or get the app. It's really going to help you. All right, Jim, first overall, we know who it's going to be. It's probably going to be Christian McCaffrey.
Absolutely. It's going to be Christian McCaffrey. It's going to be Saquon Barkley. It's going to be Ezekiel Elliott. And then it's going to be Alvin Kamara and then probably Michael Thomas. It goes that way in every single draft.
Exactly. So now look here. So as you can see you're probably looking at this. Well, where's CMC? I'm looking at first round. I don't see CMC. Don't get confused.
CMC is at the bottom of the list because there's no possible way he's making it to pick number 9. You see him down at the bottom under the remove players?
Yes. The reason why they're not here, guys, is because we've got the draft set to you. It tailors to you. So we are drafting 9th. So you're not going to see CMC because it's probably not going to fall there. It would be an anomaly if he did. So everything is tailored to you.
So for us, the long shots that we would take would be Henry or Michael Thomas if they make it to us. But next on the list would be Josh Jacobs. And as you can see, Nick Chubb is a reach. I would not take Nick Chubb in the first round, but I would love it if he made it to us in the second round. But Josh Jacobs would be my top choice to take as running back in this round.
Okay, so let's go. And again, I got to accommodate the people listening in the car. Christian McCaffrey first, Saquon, Zeke, Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Michael Thomas. Now, we are here at the 9th pick, and I like Jacobs. Who do you like?
Yeah, let's take Jacobs. Absolutely.
So
He's the highest ranked player available. That's not a reach. So let's go ahead and get him.
All right. We're going Josh Jacobs. We agree on that. Okay. So Michael Thomas went right before that. We get Jacobs. Now, again, Michael Thomas coming off a pinnacle year. I don't see him doing that again. And as you can see, guys, and maybe I'm influencing this because I'm making a lot of noise on social media. Look at all those running backs early on. And a lot of people are going robust. So as we go down to round 2 and 3, you're going to see a lot of people implementing that robust RB strategy, which I fully explained in 16 rounds. All right.
So Joe, let's go to my app and click on round 2 and see who the app is recommending.
Okay, the app is recommending. Okay, so again, I don't like Nick Chubb, but he is going there, so I definitely see him as a round 2 guy for sure. I like Golladay here. I like Gurley, but I'm reaching on him. But you recommend him here in the round 2 is where he goes, right?
Well, yeah, he doesn't score great on the Vork score here. I would much prefer him as a 3rd round if he made it to our 3rd round pick. He's going to be much better for that point. Certainly, Leonard Fournette also scores very well. He is a reach, though, so we could gamble on Fournette as our 3rd overall. I do like the idea of taking Chubb if he gets to us because, again, the volume is going to be supreme with him. And, he's an outstanding running back, even with Kareem Hunt in the mix.
All right, so Kenyon Drake. Oh, so to round up round 1, we went Jacobs at 9, Adams, Tyreek Hill, and Julio came off. Tyreek Hill, I don't like him. Very volatile game in, game out. It is what it is. Julio to finish that off. Starting round 2, they went with Kenyon Drake, Pat Mahomes, Joe Mixon, and we are up. So what is the app going to tell us here? What do you like here?
I'm going to say Nick Chubb. He's the long shot. He made it to us. He scores the most work points. Let's absolutely take him.
Again, I like Nick Chubb, but I don't like it with Kareem Hunt. So again, this is Jim's draft. So I personally don't like him, but he's just a recommendation. This is up to you guys to do the thinking. He makes all the recommendations. So he's not saying you got to go Nick Chubb. There's other great options here, whatever you want. So let's keep going here. And again, he's going to be solid.
Let's go to the 3rd round on my app. let's go to the third round on my app real quick so we can start looking at who would be available in the third round. Now,
Okay.
the third round for us, it's recommending Robert Woods, Calvin Ridley, or Jonathan Taylor. I love Jonathan Taylor as our third running back. That would be an outstanding choice for us at this point.
The name of the show is Breakout. So there's your first breakout that we're talking about, Jonathan Taylor. I love him now. I am hearing from camp, Marlon Mack is doing better than Taylor. But again, I think that is experience. He's familiar with the offense a little more. He knows the team, so it makes sense. But Taylor should be taking over that job.
Now, we can look at what other running backs would possibly make it to us on the third round. So if you just scroll up just a little bit on the board and you can filter for running back.
So where's that? Oh, running back right here. Okay, so Taylor, Connor. See, I don't like Connor.
There we go. Okay.
I like Taylor. I don't like Connor and Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon being there with Philip Lindsay, Connor.
And as you can see, they don't score well in the VORC score. They score 0 points. So they're not good choices. Leonard Fournette is a great choice if he makes it to us, but he is a long shot. So if it gets to the third round, I'm happy with taking either, but I like going with the upside of Jonathan Taylor as our flex, because that's where he's going to sit. He's going to be in our flex spot. I'm totally comfortable with taking a rookie running back for my flex position.
It's interesting to see if David Johnson falls to us there in the third as well. I'd like to take him, but we'll see if he comes off, where he comes off. So recap round 2, Kenny and Drake, Pat Mahomes, Joe Mixon, Nick Chubb, Miles Sanders, who I like. I probably would have taken him over Nick Chubb if the opportunity is there. But again, he's a bit of a risk. Austin Eckler, Aaron Jones, who I don't like this year. Again, this guy Sean here, who drafted 6th, is going based on last year. Dalvin Cook, Aaron Jones, they're not gonna have the same year. Don't do that. George Kittle, Travis Kelce, Hopkins, who I know is going to decline. I've seen his ADP start sliding down. James Conner, Allen Robinson, and Kenny Galladay start 3. Then Mike Evans, then Melvin Gordon coming off here, the third pick in the third round. So let's continue on here. We're taking a look here. Yes, I understand why you have David Johnson here in the fourth. I totally understand because that's where he's going. But for me, I love the talent, love the opportunity. If I don't get him, this is an interesting to observe here, Jim. If we don't get him here near the end of the third round, will David Johnson fall back to us on the turn? Let's see if he does.
There's a good chance that he will. And so that's where, and the fourth round is really where I want to take David Johnson if we want to take him. But I would be more inclined if we go ahead and get Taylor or Fournette here as our third running back, we definitely should go wide receiver on the next round.
And this guy's going.
Oh, Jonathan Taylor just came off. Oh.
Yeah, this Spink Daddy, his name is. Spink Daddy went Allaire, Eckler, and Taylor. So there goes.
So it looks like Fournette's still on the board. So let's take Fournette.
Thielen, yeah, I think Fournette's the safest guy here. There's no doubt about it. So we're going to draft him. I also do like Taylor and Johnson coming back. If we want to go fully robust and go 4 running backs, I'm comfortable with that.
We can look at that, but let's look at what wide receiver should be available for our next pick.
So 4th round, and I'm going to filter by wide receiver. So we're looking at guys like Woods, Ridley, Sutton, Metcalf, Cooper, Keenan Allen here, McLaurin, Shark, A.J. Brown. I like A.J. Brown a lot.
Now, Woods is the highest rated player, but here's the thing. Woods on the Yahoo draft board is, for some inexplicable reason, at number 55. We can probably get Woods on a later round, but I love the idea of going with a high upside play like Ridley, who I feel is like this year's Chris Godwin. I think that'd be great. We could also, let's look at what other wide receivers are still on the board.
A.J. Brown, McLaurin. I like McLaurin. I think McLaurin will get more volume than Ridley because there's no Julio there. I like A.J. Brown for volume this year as well. I don't trust Juju. I like other guys like Deontay later. Yeah,
looks like Ridley just got taken.
Who got taken? Ridley and McLaurin.
Yeah, Ridley just got taken. So who else is available on the board there? Who go to the player list there? So Juju, Brown. I don't like. A.J. Brown, I just don't trust the volume with him. Cooper is a no way for season long. He's too inconsistent. Kupp would be a good choice.
Kupp is sick.
Or we could go DK Metcalf, who also rated very highly on my app for the 4th round.
Hey, it's your draft. I'm not drafting anybody. So there goes Juju and Ridley. We got one more pick, and then it's us. So, guys, recap 3rd round. Galladay, Evans, Gordon, Godwin, Lamar, Odell, Taylor, Thielen, Fournette, Chris Carson, DJ Moore, and McLaurin. So then Ridley, Juju, and A.J. Brown came off the board. So what are you looking at here?
Let's take DK Metcalf because I'm betting we can get Woods on the next round. And I love the upside of Metcalf. He's one of my breakout players this year. you know, the man, I call him DK Mountain because he's so big.
Yeah.
And you know, Russell Wilson has never had a wide receiver like him before. I really think the upside is enormous with him this year, and certainly wide receiver 1 is in the realm of possibilities for Metcalf.
So big breakout season potential for Metcalf. I don't know if I trust him as a wide receiver 1 for me, but I definitely love the ceiling there. The fact that they were flirting with Antonio Brown bothered me a little bit, and he may still end up there. I know it's cooled off, but Metcalf, I do like the ceiling. He's a breakout of mine myself. Who else did we say was a breakout here in the first round? Did I miss somebody? We talked breakout. Taylor, obviously Jonathan Taylor is another breakout. So we're going to keep focusing on breakouts as we move through these rounds. So to start off the 4th round, Ridley, Juju, AJ Brown, Metcalf, Amari Cooper, Lockett. So we're going to go to Jimmy's app and look at who's going to be potentially available in the 5th round. And if you want to target a running back, you filter by whatever, but let's go to all and take a look at some candidates. So who are you looking to target here in the 5th round?
Well, I got to tell you, the one player that I'm looking at, which should have been taken in the 3rd round, is Robert Woods. And Robert Woods, for me, in my app, it does rank as a low-end wide receiver 1. He's my 10th overall. And just because of the nature of the beast on Yahoo, I don't know what's going on with their order, but there are some amazing, incredible bargains just sitting on the draft board that we can take advantage of. So if we end up getting Woods with our next pick, Woods and Metcalf, that is a killer 1-2 combination for our wide receivers. And we still got that awesome running back core.
Right. Let's check it out. Let's continue on here. So, so there's a couple options here in the 5th round, like you said. Let's see what's going on in the draft here. So we got Ridley, Juju, AJ Brown, Metcalf, Amari Cooper, Lockett, Le'Veon Bell, Gurley. Wow, Gurley slipped to the 4th round? I'm shocked.
That is shocking. And then the fact that he went after Bell, that's also very shocking.
That is really, I've never seen, I've done hundreds of mock drafts. I can't believe Gurley fell to the 4th round. I've never seen that. Usually comes off right in and around here, like in the 2nd round.
End of the 2, beginning of the 3 is where I usually see him go.
Based on hundreds of mock drafts. How everybody just completely looked over him this one. I don't know. Is there some sort of news that happened within the last 2 minutes that we don't know about since we started this draft? We don't know.
I think it could just be another issue with the Yahoo draft board, that it's got some players way later than they should be, and just on their draft board. And what I say on that draft board is out of sight, out of mind for most drafters. They're not even going to be thinking about those players because they don't even see them when you look at the player list.
And that's why this app is so good, so you don't miss out on that. So you're not just looking at ADP. You have a good perspective on when they're coming off based on, you know, what's going on. So
if we could go to the app real quick, I want to just show you something you can do. If you scroll to the bottom to the remove players list, we can restore Robert Woods. Just go down at the bottom. The very last name is Robert Woods. Just click the undo button, and that restores him back onto the list so you can see how he rates against the other players. Okay. As you can see, he went right up to the top of the list with the highest overall VORC score for the 5th round. 93 points, 93 VORC points. He's at the very top, and look at his value rank. 20th overall in PPR. So to get, like I said, to get him in the 5th round is just an unbelievable steal. And if we look at the player list, you'll see he's still far down on the player list.
Let's take a look here.
Oh no, he's right at the top now.
Right at the top now. Yeah. So that.
But we're just looking at wide receivers. I'm sorry. Take it back. So we're looking at all the players.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There he is. So where's he? He's down here somewhere. I don't even see.
He's about 5th or 6th down.
There
so that's just about perfect for us.
All right.
So if it's going to be close, but I think we might be able to do it here.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep going here. All right. So recap again, round 4, Ridley, Juju, Brown. We went Metcalf, Amari Cooper, Lockett, Le'Veon Bell, Gurley, Mark Ingram, who I don't like, with Dobbins there, Cooper Kupp, Ertz, Andrews, Chark, and to Chark to start off round 5, which is a good value for him. Kyler Murray, there goes David Johnson. Wow, 5th round slip because he's really low on Yahoo's rankings, which is crazy. David Montgomery, Kareem Hunt, Cortland Sutton, and Ronald Jones. So we're coming up in 2 picks. So what are we looking at? Robert Woods, you think he'll fall here?
Robert Woods for sure.
I think
we got a good chance to get him right now.
I'm personally not targeting him. I just he's safe. Trust me. But, you know, there's Van Jefferson there as well, too, right? Who's doing well in camp. I mean, I don't know.
I love his usage. I love his volume. He's used both in the running game and in the passing game. We're talking 125 targets minimum. Last year, he had 137 targets. He only had 2 touchdowns last year. That's why he was a 2. Had he gotten like 5 or 6 touchdowns, he would have been a 1 last year. And I think that's what he reverts to this year as he goes back to getting 5 or 6 touchdowns. It's going to put him right in the conversation for a wide receiver 1.
All right, to round it out here, mid round 5 was Ronald Jones. Cortland Sutton, then Ronald Jones, then Swift, who I like. I like the upside. I just don't like the team he's on for a running back. Robert Woods, Raheem Mostert, Devin Singletary, and Cam Akers, who I love. Love Cam Akers is a guy that could really break out. So he's a breakout here in round 5 that I really like. Do you agree with Cam Akers?
Yeah, I actually have both Swift and Akers listed as breakouts. I don't have a lot of rookies as breakouts this year just because of the nature of what's been happening with limited practices, no preseason. So most of my breakouts are second-year players. Now, okay, here's the next guy we need to get, Jarvis Landry. Jarvis Landry in the 6th is going to help you win your league. He is an amazing value at this point. He is a rock-solid wide receiver 2, and overall value is 35th. We're at pick number 64. We're getting over 2 rounds of value by taking him at this point.
And you know what? I'm staying away from him because I don't trust the situation, but he's technically the wide receiver 1 in that team. I don't care what anybody says. Like he's
the one that Baker Mayfield trusts. He's got a relationship with Baker Mayfield, and we might have been able to even push it and gotten him in the 7th. But like I said, now if you look at our players right now, Jacobs, Chubb, Fournette, Metcalf, Woods, Landry, we have 6 players with top 50 value right now, everybody. Most other teams are only going to have 4. We've got 6, and we're still going because we're going to continue to kick butt on these next 2 rounds because of the nature of the Yahoo draft board.
Yeah, I like all these guys are nice, solid, safe plays. They're all in for their share of work. They're going to finish in the top 50 potentially for sure. All right, so starting off the 6th round, James White, who I don't like this year, Jordan Howard, which I definitely don't like this year. I mean, someone's got to run the ball in Miami, but I don't like him. Dak Prescott, 6th round. Then you're going to start seeing some quarterbacks come off. So you should see, there goes Russell Wilson. Then we went Landry, then Russell Watson. So we're not going to land Ryan because Ryan's not coming back to the end of the 7th. I assure you that. Maybe he does. But again, if you don't go quarterback here, you're going to miss out on some of these tier 2 kind of guys that are tier 2, but could be tier 1 guys. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right?
I think we got a good chance that Ryan could make it back to us here. And what I have been doing in a lot of my drafts is the 7th round, just taking the best quarterback available. It's usually Ryan that I end up with, but a couple times I've ended up with Kyler Murray. I ended up with Deshaun Watson once, Russell Wilson once.
Yeah.
There's usually good options available on the board for quarterbacks in the 7th round.
Yeah, Spink Daddy just left the room. The guy that took away our Jonathan Taylor just left the room. He's like, I'm done with these guys. I've got Jonathan Taylor. I'm leaving. Spink Daddy. Look at these names, man. Who's this guy? What's that? Brantherloser?
I can't even read it. Brainerzer?
Who was that other guy in our league that was funny? He had another funny name last draft. I can't remember his name.
Oh, Matt Ryan did go. Darn it.
Yeah, he always comes off here, I found. It's just right the end of 6th, early 7th. So we got to look. Yeah, I like a quarterback here for sure. I like to anchor my team with a solid quarterback. So,
well, let me tell you, what's your opinion on going with Daniel Jones for an upside play this year?
Yeah, I feel safe with him. I don't feel strong. I don't feel comfortable with him as my QB1. I'm looking, if we don't get anybody here that we missed Ryan, I'm looking at Allen here. I like Brady or Rodgers. I'll take one of those 3 as my QB1. And then there's a ton of backups here, like Drew Lock, Rivers, Tannehill. I love Tannehill as a backup or a starter. I love him this year. So yeah, I mean, I don't trust Daniel Jones that much because the receivers, I mean, Slayton could be, we're talking breakouts. Slayton, huge breakout candidate. But again, when you're talking breakouts, you're talking huge risk, right?
That's true. It's that whole risk reward thing. So, but the later you get in the draft, the lower the risk is, right? If Slayton is your 4th wide receiver and he doesn't work out, it's not going to hurt your team a whole lot, as opposed to, someone like Jonathan Taylor not working out this year. That would be a problem for Spunk Daddy's team, because he took him in the 3rd round.
All right, let's recap the 6th round. James White, Jordan Howard, Dak Prescott, Jarvis Landry, Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, Devontae Parker, Michael Gallup, who I don't like either. He's in a 3-headed monster situation. I don't know about that. Keenan Allen, suspect about the quarterback, but someone's got to catch the ball. Marquise Brown, T.Y. Hilton, which is amazing value in the 6th round. Matt Ryan to round it out. Round 7, Matt Breida, Will Fuller, A.J. Green, Josh Allen, there he goes. Marvin Jones, Stephon Diggs, Tyler Higbee, who's a safe tight end. and we are one pick away from us. What we're going to look at, I like a quarterback here. I'm thinking Brady or I think Rodgers apparently is due. He's comparing himself.
We can wait. If you want to go Brady, we can wait.
So
he's not going to go. He's not going to go in this next round. What I would say is look at the tight ends.
What do you
because
like?
here's well, Hayden Hurst is good, but Darren Waller is the one I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, Darren Waller is good value.
Darren Waller in every other draft list, he's going in the 5th round. And so to get him in the 7th round, great value, great volume. And I think he's going to be the number 1 target in Oakland this year.
Right.
So, you got to take advantage of that.
Hopefully we can get Brady here. Now, if you notice here, none of these guys have one guy's got a quarterback, so we might lose Brady, but that's okay. I'm okay with Rodgers' 8th round value. Again, this shows you can wait on quarterback and still get an ace. But again, I don't know, man. The other guys are risks later, but you got Big Ben there who's going to be a safe quarterback for you. Got Rivers there. There's a ton of quarterbacks you can get late that you can plug in and start. Nobody's talking about. There goes Hunter Henry. The only reason Big Ben is so low on the consensus that can Sheeps' rankings is because he was hurt last year. So people aren't valuing him, right? Now, Drew Brees.
I see Big Ben as a very risky play this year. Just because of his age and the elbow surgery. He's looking good right now, but that's because he hasn't been hit yet. Right. They haven't driven him to the ground yet. I mean, it just makes me very nervous when it comes to Roethlisberger this year.
All right, let's keep going. There goes Philip Lindsay, the first pick of the 8th and final round we're going to do here. What else do we got here?
Why don't you go to my app and let's look at the 8th round there and see what it's saying, see what it's recommending.
There's a ton of recommendations here. I like Cooks here. I think Cooks is great value in the 8th. I think he's the one there. Madison, if you want him. I like Zach Moss here as well.
We're talking breakouts. What about Deontay Johnson?
Love Deontay Johnson. He's my favorite.
Let's take him.
We need a quarterback. But okay, let's pass up on the quarterback. We'll come back around. Okay, so I love me some Deontay. Huge breakout. Love him.
We got a heck of a receiving core right now. It's a very, very good receiving core. And we'll totally be able to get Tom Brady on the next round if you went to the 9th.
See, guys, this proves my point exactly. I want to go on record for this, that you can wait on wide receiver. Because last year, Jim, everybody went Adams. I liked Adams. Juju busted. Odell busted. All first-round picks, right? What happened? Now you're loading up your team with ace running backs. You got a core of running backs. Right there, your foundation is laid, Jimmy. And look at the value at wide receiver.
The fact that we got 3 wide receivers with top 50 value after pick 4 is unbelievable. That is a gift. It's just they're as deep as the ocean. Yeah. And you take advantage of that on your draft board. Don't waste an early pick on a wide receiver because you don't need to.
Look at all this. Justin Jefferson's a plug and play. Brandon Cooks is technically wide receiver 1. Wide receiver 1 here. You got Edelman wide receiver 1. You got Hardman breakout. You got Judy. You got Robbie Anderson. You got Pittman. There's so much like that are going to be value right out of the gate. I love it, Jim. I got to join some money leagues this year, man. I'm excited. So if you guys want to crush your leagues, you saw how effective this app is. And we didn't even scratch the surface on it. We didn't even talk contract years, breakouts. There's breakout players right here with the little symbols, right? Everything is here for you guys on a silver platter. Like Jimmy's actually serving it up, for you, right there. Hands off. You combo this with the 16-round drafts, which I've pinned them both below. So Jimmy's app is pinned on top. And then if you go in the comment below it, mine is there. Just get it, invest, especially if you're in a big money league, to have these type of tools there with you. You're going in, unarmed. You got your belt suspenders. You got some tools there. You got some, and then you put your own opinion and gut feeling in there as well with your feelings and what you feel with the analytics. You're set. Jim, people are going to crush it this year with this stuff.
I'll tell you what, man, I am feeling so good about this year's fantasy football. The advantage you are going to have over every other player in your draft when you use my app is just, it's staggering. You're going to be able to make the right decisions at every single pick in your draft and just draft a colossally good team. Right. Remember, we got 6 players with top 50 value in our first 6 picks. That is really, really hard to do on any other year. This year you can do it. So do it. Load up.
All right, Jim, thanks for being here, guys. Make sure you guys smash thumbs up. Leave your fantasy questions below. Jim and I will get to as many as we possibly can. Jim, always a pleasure to have you on. again, for the people in the car, what's the website, please, for your app?
So the app is at my website, fantasyfootballmaverick.com. It's a web-based app. You access it through my website, and you can access it on any web-connected device.
All right, there you go, guys. So head on over to the website, get it. And listen, I've linked it below. And I'm telling you guys, go out there, go crush it this week for your draft this weekend. And we got next weekend as well for the people drafting next weekend. I'm excited. Fantasy football is here. And, man, let's just get to it. We'll talk soon, Jim. Thank you.
Hey, thank you very much, Counselor. Have a great day.
Appreciate you coming on. Go get his app right now. Go, go, go. Talk soon. Appreciate you. Bye-bye.